Now it's about 10:30 on Tuesday morning and I'm in Saintfield Square in the centre of the town, and I had an hour or two to kill. I have sheep left into market, came and got my hair scalped, and then I said I'll go down the street and just have a look around Saintfield. So I have just come out of Millbank Farm there, got a nectarine. So, and I'm going into the old churchyard here, Saintfield Presbyterian. Very nicely kept. And Saintfield, of course, was the Battle of Saintfield, the Battle of Hedge, and the United Irishman story, which I just like to look into. It's an amazing part of our history. It's a rather grand church. 1777, the same time, same year as Kirkcudbright Presbyterian Church was built, and the same year as the chapel at Lisbon was built. I always like just having a little stroll around the graveyard. Some very grand graves there, 1876, the top of that one there. And look at the ironwork around this one here. Massive. And did you know that the Presbyterians used to meet in Lisbon Chapel in the 1700s? And you might say, how did that come? I just like to look at the spelling on some of the old gravestones. And his son, S-O-N-E, James. So it says Jane Robinson departed this life on the 9th of February 1837, aged 72. So that would mean she was born in 1765, is it? Yeah, 1765. And here's an interesting old family vault. I'd just love to read the old quips and sayings on it. Here's one here. Go home, dear friend, and cease from tears. We must lie here till Christ appears. Prepare for death while time you have. There is no repentance in the grave. So there's wise words, let me tell you. Very wise words. And then, of course, if you were in penury, as many would have been, there's a little gravestone. It's about 1.5 feet tall and 1.5 feet wide, just one little slab of stone and the initial W.A. written on it. So you have all sorts in the graveyard, rich and poor. So that's my little tour of the First Presbyterian Church in Saintfield, and looking at the clock up there, it's 20 to 11. Sheep sale starts about 11 o'clock, so we'll get in the car and back down the road.
Okay, so this is Saintfield Men's Shed. The sheds were set up initially for men's mental health, began in Australia and have now spread across the world basically. But we meet here on a Tuesday, Thursday and a Saturday. And a Wednesday evening for those guys who are still at work. Most guys are retired, but we'll come along here and we'll mostly do woodworking, but there are other crafts as well. They do pyrography, they do painting. There's a bit of gardening goes on here in this bed here. But yeah, so we'll do lots of things. And if somebody comes along with an idea, we'll certainly have a look at it. But it's mostly things we make to sell. We make planters, benches, birdhouses, there's an owl house here, you know. So yeah, there's plenty of stuff going on. What? So Lawrence there's making slats for wooden benches. He made those. We get timber like this, cut them up, plane them, and then stain them. So So this is an example of one of the benches that we refurbished. There was a lady came in with these bench ends that were rusty, old paint. We cleaned them up and put new slats on them, painted and put new slats on them for her. So that's just an example of something we do. We also do new ones as well. We buy the bench ends in and do them up and replace them, and then we can sell those on, and that gives us a bit of money for go back into the shed. So this is an example of pyrography, which is burning on wood. These are, we buy these blanks and the guys burn the pictures and then they do some colouring in there. So they're very nice. They do bookmarks, they do little boxes, which you can see when you go down below. And Graham here's doing a bit of art.
So this is all the rascals in the men's shed here, and they're having a tea break here. But I think it maybe goes on for a good while. It's more than 10 minutes.
You're missing the
That is non-producers.
Non-producers.
Oh.
So you include yourself in that.
Scotland not coming today?
No.
He's not well? He's okay? Oh yes, you see the small.
This is one of my sheep now.
Good shorty, 155, 20, 30, 2, 5, 8, 138, 138, 138, 138, 40, 2, 5, 8, 50, 2, 5, 8, 60, 2, 4, 6, 8, 70, 2, 172 on the mark, 172, 72 with the left now, sell out front, the mid, 173, 4, 5, 6, 7, 177, out, 177 in front. Out for that, 177 last one, 177, shilling, 14, let's do one more, 16, 18, out now, 20, 2.
And this is another lot by ewes now.
2, 4, 6, 8, 140, 2, 143, 4, 145, 6, 7, 8, 9, 149, and from now last week to 149. Evo. 17 Christy. Number 19, year 10 on 149. 102, 4, 6, 2 puts you there, 1 8, 1 8, 1 8, 1 8, 1 8, 1 8, 110, 110, 110, who's with me? 110, 110, 110, 110, 110, 110, 12, 112, more to come, 14. 14, 14, 14, who's there now? 14, 16, 18, 20, 120 bid, 120, 122, 4, 125, 6, out, 127, 8, 128, 9, 30, 131, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 141, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 150. On my left, on the mark, 150, and all done, 150, Stanley.
Now I'm just up trimming the lane for a local farmer here. Who's in drinking the milk, hey? Who's in drinking the milk? Is there somebody in drinking the milk there? Now Barbara has said to me on many an occasion, do not be bringing me home a ticket for a cruise or surprising me like that. I would hate it, she says. So I says, okay, no problem. So I've had this opportunity here of a lifetime. And this machine I have just purchased. And it has all the acquirements for having a great holiday, just wife and myself away together. I bet she'll be surprised. I'm going to whisk her away. special holiday for two. Now, I had just finished that hedge trimming job there, and on the way home I saw this man zero grazing, so I just came in to take a little shot of him working. And the grass is really growing nicely now. Now this is the field that we've reseeded, and I've put the sheep in it and grazed it, I've topped it, and there's full of red shank, so I don't want to spray it and kill the clover. So I'm just rolling it with this heavy roller to put the wee stones back in, because when the sheep were in it, if they stand on stones they upend them and then you catch them in the mower when you're going to top it again. So that's what's going on today. Where's the sheep? Are the sheep here?